Friends in the Dhamma. Today I am going to explain about Buddhist method of mental training. If you know how to train in and master your thoughts, that's why they say that mind is the best servant. If you know how to master your thoughts, but if you let your mind to become your master, you will end up nothing but as a slave of it. So, how can we control our mind? How can we deal with these negative thoughts now? So many people think that they can remove a negative thoughts and plant a positive thoughts inside it. But in reality, you will never be able to remove thoughts from your mind by pause. Go ahead and do it. You will never be able to do that the more you try. The more you use the pause to remove a thought or forget it, the more it will come back to you and hurt you. This is simple and practical way to use the energy of the negative thoughts to dive into a more positive state of your mind by simply asking this question from yourself. This question will help you to come into this present moment, and it will encourage you to cultivate more wholesome qualities and wholesome thoughts inside your mind. But before starting, I have to remember none of these practices and none of these things are easy. But with the time, if you keep on practicing it, if you stick into the process and if you keep on doing it, it will be very easy for you to do that. Once you become used to and once you get used to that, it is very easy to deal with negative thoughts in your mind. It is easy to control your mind. So, first question that you have to ask from yourself is, what are the thoughts that keep me away from peace? What are the thoughts that steal my peacefulness inside me? When you ask this question from yourself, you can go through the weaknesses are different from one person to another. For someone, the thoughts that steal their peacefulness is the anger. For another person is it is the laziness. So when you ask from yourself, what makes me disturb, what is still my peacefulness, then you will have to good understanding about what are the weaknesses inside you. Once you realize what are the weakness inside you, what thought pattern steal your peacefulness, then it is very easy for you to deal with that negative state of your mind. So ask from yourself, what steals my peacefulness, and have good understanding about it. The second question that you can ask from yourself is, what am I thinking right now? This is one of the best questions that you can ask from yourself to bring your mind to this current and present moment, to have a good understanding about the current situation of your mind. Because most of the time our mind lives in either it is in past or it is in the future. It is hardly our mind lives in this present moment. So once you ask this question, what am I thinking now? Ask this question as much as possible from yourself. What am I thinking now? What am I doing now? When you ask from yourself that, it comes your awareness come into this present moment. Because most of the time our awareness travel one area to another. Maybe it is in the past, maybe it is in the future. It hardly comes to this present moment. Once you come into this present moment, it is very easy for you to solve the problem because you know what is going inside. When you ask from yourself that question, you can come up with so many answers. Ask it from yourself and you will come up with these answers like, my mind is in anger now. I am at stress now. I am in a problem. I am thinking about something. I am worrying about something. Once you identify that, once you catch your thoughts, it is very easy to deal with it. Now you came to this present moment and you identify the thoughts now. You have to ask the third question. Is this thought pattern helpful me? When you ask question from yourself, you dive into that problem and you started to think the downside of that negative state. For an example, if you are in anger, if you ask from yourself, is this anger really going to help me? Then you will come up with the answer no. It is not going to help me. It is only hurts me. It will lead to many problems. When you ask that question from yourself, it gives you the chance to think about the disadvantages and the downside of your thoughts. But the more you realize the disadvantages of your thoughts patterns, it is very easy to stay out of it because you know that it is going to hurt because most of the time we do things and we think without realizing and without thinking about the disadvantages of it. That is why it is the best thing to ask from yourself that it is really going to help me. Now you identified your state of mind. Now you came to this present moment. You know that is not going to help you. So that is how we deal with our mind. That is how we deal with the negative state of mind. So practice this and see it will work for you. Thank you very much.